Here's my table with my two barriers. I'm gonna have one clean side, one dirty side. I have my basin, soap, lotion, and a few towels, maybe to about 4 or 5. I just grab extras just in case. We're gonna set that to the side. 2 big towels. And a privacy blanket. So I'm going to place my table close to the patient. And for this part, my hands will be washed already and I'll have my gloves on. But in real life, you'll have your gloves on. For the video, I don't have gloves with me right now for the video, but you will have gloves on right now before touching the patient. Before I start, I'm going to fill my basin up with warm water. Now I'm going to enter the room with my warm water and I'm going to ask Ms. Williams if the temperature is warm enough for her. Hi, Ms. Williams. Is the water warm enough for you? Yes? Okay. She says the water is warm enough for her. Now I'm going to enter my small towels. I'm going to put my small towels in the warm water. Okay, now that I put my small towels in the warm water inside of the basin, I'm going to take my privacy blanket and I'm going to place it on top of the blanket that she already has on, because I'm going to take that off underneath. Okay, Ms. Williams, I'm going to place this privacy blanket on you. So you can have privacy and so that you can remain warm while we give you a partial bed bag. I'm also going to raise the bed high to a comfortable position so I won't have to keep bending down. Are you comfortable, Ms. Williams? Is the bed positioned at a correct level for you? Yes? Okay. So she's holding the top of the blanket, and I'm going to pull the sheet from underneath it, so the bed doesn't get wet. Ms. Williams, can you raise your arm so I can remove your gown? One arm at a time, while also providing privacy as you remove the gown. So I'm going to start with her face. So I'm going to place this towel behind her head so the pillow and the bed doesn't get wet. Hi, Ms. Williams. May you please sit down so I can put this towel behind you? Thank you. And I'm going to start by washing your face, Ms. Williams. Okay, now when you're washing the client, you want to start off with washing the face first. You take one of your towels, I wringed it out, only water, fold it in half one more time. Now you have 4 flaps. And you're going to wash each part of the body with 1 flap only. So I'm going to start with the eyes, inner corner of the eye to outer, flip it over, inner corner of the eye to outer, flip it over, forehead around the chin, flip it over, forehead around the chin, flip it over. Now it's all folded in half. I'm going to use the rest for the mouth and nose. And now on my table, I'm going to place this dirty towel on the dirty side of the table. Now I'm going to take my other towel and I'm going to dry her face off. And this is still a clean towel. We won't put this on the dirty side yet until we're finished. Now that we washed her face with water only, now I'm going to add my soap to the basin. And I'm also going to add soap to each flap of the new towel, the clean towel. So once on one, flip, another, 2, 3, and 4. Now with my soapy towel, I'm going to close it back up, get in front of her ear, behind her ear, down her neck, flap over, in front the ear, behind the ear, to the neck, flap over. Now I'm going to come down. For video purposes, you want to try to keep her as covered as possible and keep privacy and so that she remains warm. For video purposes, I'm going to show you guys without the cover on top of her so y'all can actually see what I'm doing. So I'm coming down from the chest, place them up, all the way down to the belly button, flap over. This is our last flap. With this flap, I'm going to get her arms, her hands, and underarms, flap over. Now all the flaps should be done. Fold in half now, so we're going to use the rest of that to wash her other arm, under the armpits. And now we place this towel onto the dirty side as well. Now I'm going to grab another towel, wring it out into the basin, and this is to rinse it off. We have to rinse off the soap, so we're going to hit the same spots that we hit in the beginning. So in front the ear, behind the ear, down to the neck, flap over, front the ear, behind the ear, down the neck, flap over, down the chest, to the belly button, flap over, arms, hands, between the fingers, under the armpits, flap over. Towel should be folded in half again. And we're going to get her other arm, and her hand, and under her armpits. Place this in the dirty side of your table. Now we're going to go back and dry all the areas that we just washed and rinsed off. So behind the ears, neck, chest, stomach to belly button, her arms, under her armpits, other arm, her hands, under the armpits. Okay, this part is optional. You can ask her, would she like any deodorant? Hey, Ms. Williams, would you like deodorant under your arms? Okay. Is there any specific kind of deodorant that you would like to use? Or do you have your own hair that you want me to use already? Okay, she says she has her own deodorant that she wants me to use, so I'm going to put her deodorant on. Can you please raise your arm up for me, Ms. Williams? Okay, her deodorant is on. Now that we're done washing her face and the front half of her body, including her arms, now we're going to place a new clean gown on her. Okay, Ms. Williams, I'm going to place your gown back on you. Place it over her. One arm at a time. Okay, Miss Williams, can you please sit up for me so I can get the towel? Thank you. Now I'm going to place this towel in the dirty side. Now I'm going to come back and take my barrier and place this barrier underneath Miss Williams. So I'm going to take the barrier, roll it towards me, halfway, just like that. Place it next to Miss Williams and stuff it underneath her as far as you can possibly go. Now I'm going to walk to the other side. Hi, Miss Williams, may you please turn over so I can get the barrier that's underneath you? Thank you. So she's going to flip over. Okay, now that my patient is holding on to the side rails and now she's flipped over, I'm going to take the other half of the barrier and I'm going to lay it out flat like that. Okay, now that we have Miss Williams on her side, we're going to move her gown so we can see her back area. We're going to remove her gown so we can see her back area. And we're going to wash her back. As she holds onto the side rail, I'm going to take my other towel, place soap on it. This one we won't be using flaps. We're going to use the whole towel for the back area. So we're going to wash her back. Place the towel on the dirty side. I'm going to get a new clean towel, wring it out into the basin, and I'm going to rinse off the soap. Place that towel on the dirty side as well. Okay, so after I washed her back, I rinsed her back. Now I'm going to dry her back off. Hi, Miss Williams, your doctor ordered for you to get a back massage. She says okay, so we're going to take the lotion, place it in our hands first. Rub it in your hands so you can warm it up. And we're going to go up her back, up and down 3 times. So 1, 2, 3. Now we're going to take our towel again and dry the lotion. Now we can place our big towel on the dirty side since we're done with it. Okay, Miss Williams, I'm going to cover you back up. How are you feeling? Okay. Okay, Miss Williams, could I get you to turn on your back? Thank you, Miss Williams. During your skills, you're going to keep the blanket up the whole time, but I just rolled it up. I just have to let y'all see how I do it. So I took the blanket down. I'm going to take her sheet and I'm going to place it underneath it. Rolling it back up. As I pull the blanket, the privacy blanket down. Okay, Miss Williams, how are you feeling? Feeling better? Okay, great. She's feeling great. I'm going to take the privacy blanket from you. Okay, Miss Williams, you feeling great? Well, please give me a moment to wash my hands and put my supplies away, okay? I'm going to open the privacy curtain. I'm going to wash my hands again, and I'm going to remove my gloves and put my supplies away. I'm placing all the dirty towels that we use into the dirty bin. Throwing my barriers that was on the table in the trash. Move my table. Now the bin that has the water, I'm going to pour the water out and I'm going to clean the basin. And when I'm finished cleaning the basin, I'm going to dry it out, the inside and the outside, with a dry paper towel. I'm going to come back to the patient and I'm going to do my exit. Now I'm going to lower your bed to the lowest position. I'm going to lock it. Would you like anything before I leave? Like a cup of water, a magazine or anything? No? Alright, here's your call, Miss Williams. Call me if you need anything. And you have a good day, Miss Williams.